Hi, my name is Trey Du. I'm a support engineer here at E1 Solutions. Today I'm going to be talking about how to create a basic GP to BC customers integration in Smart Connect. All right, so what we'll want to do is once we are in Smart Connect on premise, we'll go to the Data Sources tab up here and we'll go to Create. Once in here, we'll go to the data source type, change it to bulk, and then find the Microsoft Dynamics GP query right here. Double click to select that, and then we can just give it a name here. So I'll call this one GP to BC customers template. And then you have to go ahead and select your GP instance here, and then select the company. I only have GP2, so that's going to work out. Now you'll want to create a SQL query that'll actually bring in all of the GP data from your GP tables. So I have one already written up here that I have saved, and we do have an article that goes over this, and you can use this exact query from there. But basically, this is just pulling from the RM00101 and 00102 tables, and just combining them, cleaning up some of the not table names, but field names here, like customer number from cust number. So just looks a little bit better, as you can see in here. And if we go ahead and preview, you can see it's working as expected. So yeah, once you've done that, we have actually set up the data source completely, and we can press save and move on to the next step. Then you'll want to move to integrations over here, go to create, and we will create the integration from scratch. So we can give it a name pretty similar to our data source name. I'll call it GP to BC customers test, and then just a quick little description as well. GP to BC customers. So then we'll have to go and select our data source that we just created. So we'll have to go into bulk again for this option, and then data source, we'll search up what we called it, GP template. Perfect. So then this is the important part here, data source keys. We will make sure we want to select a good data source key, one that we know is unique for each possible one, which customer number is a great one for that, since each customer should have their own customer number. So again, preview it, make sure it looks good. And if it does, you can keep moving on to the destination. So since we are going to Business Central, I'm going to select Business Central OData. And then I will select my Business Central connection that I have here, and I'm going to use my templates connection. And then for the services, we're going to go into the customer card one. And you can see right here, customer card will work. Once you have done that, we don't need to press any of these, since customer card doesn't have any linked entities, and we don't want to send it to file, or these other two options aren't really applicable. So yeah, now once we are in here, we'll just map a couple of these fields and get it up and running. So customer number to no, customer name to name, and then let's go to address. We'll do address line 1, and then address line 2. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this, I am just clicking it and dragging it on over to map them. You can also go over to column name, select the drop down, and then select the actual field over here as well. So then for state, we actually go to county. Because this is BC, it is a little bit different than maybe different naming conventions. Then also for zip code, it'll be called postcode. So again, I'll do it from this one right here, and you can find zip code in your list. And then let's do phone number. And that should be good. And then just for the sake of BC being a little bit goofy, or not goofy, but just requires a couple of additional things. Sometimes this posting group can give you troubles, so it is easiest just to have this as a local constant to domestic. So customer posting group and Gen Bus posting group will both want to be set to domestic. This might not apply to you if you have things set up in your BC differently, but if you have a pretty default, pretty basic looking Business Central environment, I would recommend doing this just to avoid any issues. So that is all I will do for mapping. So I'll clear this out and you can see all the fields that we've done here lined up nicely. So now I will go ahead and select update of existing. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but basically it'll just look to see if that customer already exists in BC and we'll just update them instead of trying to create a whole new one. So then we will need to go ahead and select a key field to group on. And since the only key field that we had that we set up earlier was our customer number, that is exactly what I'll do. Select that right here, press OK, and we can see that this will start working. I won't run them all just since there are quite a few, but you'll see a good couple of successes right away. So that is all you need to know about creating a GP to BC customers integration. If you have any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, thank you for watching.